Hello, my name is Gwyneth Gordon, and I'm the founder and CEO of Remynt. Remynt empowers consumers to rebuild credit while resolving delinquent debt. We've all seen the headlines. Americans have reached historic levels of credit card debt, and many are falling behind. Delinquencies are increasing and credit scores are decreasing among the young, low income, and people of color, cutting them off from access to credit, assets, and job opportunities. Unfortunately, many of these people are going to fall into something where they have severe delinquency called charged off debt. This is when your credit card account is closed and been sold to a third-party debt collector who's now calling you incessantly to collect on it. You have to make a choice. Do I pay this debt knowing it's not going to help my credit score, or do I take my risk with litigation? Unfortunately, paying charge-off debt does not help credit scores because it's not on an open credit account, which is how credit scores are calculated. That's why many people don't actually pay what they owe. But for people who want to rebuild their score, it's important to have it paid in full show on their credit report. I know this from my personal experience of rebuilding credit while resolving delinquent debt, because even though I fully repaid my debt, I was not experiencing a bump in my credit score. To solve that, we buy portfolios of charged off consumer credit card debt, and we offer those consumers the opportunity to earn new credit, a savings account, and reward for repayment. What's novel is we essentially opened a balance transfer credit card for these folks, which enables us to report their payments on an active credit account, which helps rebuild their score more quickly. We also provide a savings account with 1% cashback rewards, which will also be the savings account they'll have when they actually have credit, where they can accrue further cashback rewards and rounded up purchases. When people fully repay their debt, they have access to credit at 50% of the balance they paid, but not until they fully repaid. When they go online, the first thing that they see is the screen to the right, where I tell my story about why we're different and how we're on a path to a journey to really help them be in a better financial situation. For them, they log on because we buy our debt. We have all of our information about our consumers. We provide with them an account number that they log into with the last four of their social. When they log in, they can validate their debt, where they can see all the information about their creditor and choose how they want to take action. They can choose a payment plan, which can be weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. They can pay once, they can settle their debt, or they can pay in installments. If they're having a hard time, they can indicate that too, and indicate a hardship, and then we will target them with content that will help them, whether it would be an expert on our Discord for our community forum to help them rewrite their LinkedIn profile, or just content on how they can get out of other debts. We also make it really easy to pay. We meet consumers where they are. Most people don't know their bank account number, and there was a point of friction we found in our research in making people pay with bank accounts. So we're taking Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, any way where people have money is how we will accept their payment. We also track their score, both because we're reporting on it and also to help people see how they're progressing as they're paying off their debt and moving into their better journey. They can also choose to attach their finances and join our community where they can experience regular programming. If they choose to manage their finances with us, they can attach all of their banking accounts and they can track all of their spending. And this helps them be better prepared in a way to be good on their financial health. They can also set alerts. They can learn about how they're spending their funding. They can actually create budgeting tools, which we're really excited about because that's really what's lacking for a lot of people in this category. When we did our surveys and actual conversation with over 200 people with charged off debt, being able to go online, resolve their debt without having to speak to anyone was a major point of what people wanted to see in order to resolve their debt. They also really wanted to rebuild their credit score, and they really wanted better options for how they pay and what frequency they pay. There's no one in the ecosystem focused on credit recovery. All of these products and solutions are either focused on debt consolidation, which our consumers wouldn't be eligible for because they have the delinquency, or new credit, or actually debt relief, which further tanks their score. This is a $20 billion annual problem and is likely to be greater this year. We are able to leverage data because we natively get data about our consumers. And then on top of that, we are able to collect a lot more data about them so that we can target them through social media, through text messages, through emails, so that we can nurture them online to resolve their debt. Debt is very cheap, and it's getting more cheaper because of the delinquencies. So we can buy people's debt, $1,000 debt for $25. And if they pay 75 to 100% of their debt, then our profit margins are in the thousands of percent. But then we create lifetime customer value because we meet them when they're young and distressed, and then we grow with them over time, providing them credit. So once they resolve their debt, they can grow with us over time. We are on a path to help people on a journey to a better financial future. I built this product because of my experience, and I want others to have the opportunity to learn along the way, to get the financial literacy, the content that they need, the management tools that they need, and the supportive community so that they can get on a path of better financial future. There's a lot of shame among those who have this sort of debt, and they don't feel like talking to their family members and others because they fear they'll be judged. We're creating a safe space where people can get all of the resources that they need so they can make better choices for their better financial future. I hope that you'll help me get millions of Americans reminted to a better financial future. Thank you.